So you're watching Mornings with Maria, live on Fox Business. We're checking markets and the macro story with ERShares CEO Joel Schulman and how he's positioned headed into the new year. Joining me now is ERShares founder and CIO and Signal Markets founder and CEO Joel Schulman. Joel, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Great to be here.
I want to get your take on the macro story, how you want to allocate capital in 2026. I spoke with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent here yesterday, and he gave us his thoughts, very optimistic view of the year ahead. So, I mean, you know, he's largely referring to the big, beautiful bill. The president, of course, is going to address the nation tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, live from the Oval Office. He's going to give us a status check on this first 11 months back in office, and he certainly will talk about the impact of the big, beautiful bill. How do you see things, Joel? Well,
I see in 2026 a lot happening. I think AI is actually is a true play. I mean, we're looking at margins expanding by, in some cases, 100, 200%. I mean, we're seeing, for example, with NVIDIA, they increased the revenues by 5x, 6x over 2 years. They increased their profits by 10 times over 2 years. I mean, we're seeing unprecedented changes in terms of margin expansion that we've never seen before in the history of the financial markets.
Yeah, Joel, I love this idea that you're doing. Crypto.com announcing a new collaboration with ERShares and Signal Markets to launch a global data-driven prediction markets platform. This partnership will focus on connecting macro trends, markets, corporate outcomes into one real-time view. Joel, this market of predicting things has just blown up. You've got Kalshi, you've got
Polymarket, Robinhood.
I mean, and you're getting into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, Crypto.com's been in it for a few years. They've been a quiet player primarily in the crypto space, but we're going to be rolling out the intelligence platform in the finance and economics. Now, most of the prediction market, in fact, when you look at Robinhood, they did $8 billion of contracts. I'm sorry, 8 billion contracts, several $billion in revenue, 8 billion contracts in just the last 2 quarters. And so we're seeing extraordinary growth in prediction markets. It's primarily sports and media, entertainment, and politics, but it's going to be moving into finance. We're glad to be a part of it.
And we're heading into 2026. Give us the smart investment strategies that our viewers should consider to put their best foot forward for the
exposure to private markets, exposure to private capital. I mean, we're seeing big news in SpaceX. We're certainly a large holder of SpaceX and our exposure to SpaceX and our ETF. People are interested in things like Anthropic, Anduril, if they have access. So you think investors should be, in addition to their public stock portfolio, you think they should be looking to invest in private companies? I think this is where there's been a lot of action in many markets. And you look at the companies like Anthropic, OpenAI, SpaceX. The growth has been extraordinary, and I think they're going to see that, and I think they're going to see more prediction markets. And we're going to see tokenization coming out in 2026, and these are multi-trillion-dollar markets. Tokenization, prediction markets, multi-trillion. It's going to be an interesting year.
Fabulous. All of these issues we've talked about with the SEC chairman. He's also encouraging private investors. Real quick, put your prediction markets hat on. Is the market going to be up next year?
I think it's going to be up next year. In fact, when we were on, and I think looking at how the Fed moves, you can see in real time, for example, when the Fed makes an announcement in the afternoon, or for example, yesterday when you talked about the jobs market. So we talked about last month on your panel. I said prediction the Fed cut was only 25%. I think that was an error. It ended up going through. It was a 4x return for investors. Investors who have knowledge, informed investors like your panel, they can make really good rates of returns, and follow your viewers back home can follow this as well.
That's a bet I'm willing to make.
I love it.
Markets will be up next year.
Taking notes, Joel.
Thank you. Joel Schulman. We'll be right back.